The Cove of Sinking Creek. We are some of the residents of Sinking Creek Cove, and we invite you to view the cove from our perspective. Sinking Creek is a watershed area that serves as a natural drainage for a large area of West Knoxville and flows into Fort Loudon Lake. Fishermen enjoy fishing, and others enjoy kayaking and boating in the waters of the cove. During the summer months, the cove is filled but is very shallow. In the winter, the waters recede to Sinking Creek, which flows all year. Sinking Creek Cove is the habitat of eagles, osprey, wild ducks, geese, beaver, deer, fox, and various other aquatic wildlife. A large colony of great blue herons nest in the trees surrounding the cove each year and spend the summer raising their young here. These pictures are of some of the many nests of these huge birds. The following pictures are of the homes built on neighboring tracts of the cove and also the Melgard property. Please note that all of these properties are on large acreage tracts and are still wooded. The homeowners in this area respect the environment and have only cleared the area necessary for the home and utilities. The rest of the property has been left undisturbed. Many of these homes have been built only in the last 8 years. The following homes are built facing the cove. This is the Benson home. This is a view of the Benson home from the cove. This is the dry lake bottom between the Benson and Whitaker homes. There are 5 homes built on the Zololoy farm that face the cove. The Hatchers, the Jacksons, the Michael Whitakers, Bob Whitakers, and Glenn Loy. The home of Carl and Helen Loy is also built on the Zololoy farm. There is a large sinkhole adjacent to the home. The sinkhole is a natural drainage for Gettysview and exits in the waters of the cove. It is an example of the cave and sinkhole system of this watershed area. The aerial picture shows the flooding resulting when the sinkhole was filled with silt from the runoff from construction in Gettysview. This was corrected by excavating the sinkhole to once again allow drainage. We are concerned the delicate balance of this natural drainage area is not being protected. Sinking Creek Cove is formed at the point where Sinking Creek emerges from underground. The Melgard property begins to the right of this point. The Melgard farm is the proposed site of the 300-plus apartment and marina complex called Westland Cove. Please note the topography and rock outcroppings of the property. This area of the property, approximately 13 acres, is very steep and covered with rock outcroppings. The developer has set aside this area as green space and received bonus density from the MPC because of it. However, if the Southwest Sector Plan is followed, this area must be developable to be eligible for bonus density. Clearly, the slope and rock would prevent this area from being developed, and it should not be considered in the density calculation. This 13 acres is to the right of the Jackson property and the left of the Benson property. This is the area of the Melgard Farm that is designated for 8 four-story apartment buildings. There are approximately 22 acres, and it is directly to the right of the Benson's property and directly across the cove from the Bob Whitaker home. The 4-story buildings will be built on 20-foot dirt fill to raise the level of the apartments to the 840-foot elevation line. These 4-story buildings will tower over the Benson and Whitaker homes and will dominate the landscape. The zoning change approved by MPC to PR calls for low density up to 5 units per acre, but the bulk of the apartments will be on these 22 acres, which translates to 14 units per acre. Also, by giving the developer this high density number, the development will also receive 3 acres of commercial use that can be placed on any part of this property. Please keep in mind the previous pictures of the surrounding properties, all single-family homes on acreage tracts. These high-density apartments, commercial acreage, and adjoining marina are not appropriate for this area. This is the ridge top to the west side of Emery Church Road. This ridge top is the location of 5 apartment buildings. It is also the source of the dirt for the 20-foot pad on the edge of the lake. The developer plans to cut down the ridgetop not only for the 5 buildings, but also to use as the pad and filler across the road in the 22-acre area. Imagine the damage the heavy machinery will do entering and exiting Emery Church Road as the dirt is transported from one location to the other. This will also result in a very dangerous roadway during construction. This is the site of the proposed marina. The marina is proposed to be on both sides of this cove, joined by a walkway. The water is very shallow and contains large rock outcroppings. The opening to the main channel is narrow and also very shallow. This cove also contains 2 other marinas. The owner of Fox Marina has stated that he is usually only 50% full, even at his busiest time of the year. Does this look like a good site for a marina? We don't think so. Westland Cove Apartments and Marina will exit onto Emery Church Road. This road is very narrow and already heavily traveled by area residents and school children attending A.L. Watts Elementary and West Valley Middle School. There will be 2 entrances into the apartments, one on each side of the road. There are also 2 entrances to the marina. All these entrances are in curves and areas of low visibility. The area residents are concerned this development will add to an already dangerous roadway. Emery Church Road cannot be widened due to being bordered by the lake on one side and railroad easements on the other. The traffic study states 3,000 more vehicle trips per day will be added to this roadway by this development, but that the majority will exit the area using Highway 140. Area residents know this is not realistic due to the backup on Highway 140 of traffic exiting onto Kingston Pike or I-40. Actually, many vehicles exit onto Westland and travel Emery Church Road to Fox and onto Kingston Pike just to avoid this backup. These are just a few of the reasons the residents of the Westland, Emery Church Road, and Fox Road area are opposed to the proposed Westland Cove development. We know the Melgard Farm will be developed, but we feel it should be appropriate for the area and complement the adjoining properties. We hope this video has helped you to see our beautiful Sinking Creek Cove from our perspective.